Hey, it's Lee with the Turquoise Valentine, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Americana mixed media canvas. And you're going to need your red, blue, green, white paint, and some antique wax. And also I have a sign from the Dollar Tree, which it was originally a tag shape, and I cut off the top to make it a rectangle. And here I'm just going to paint a couple of coats of white. You know, white's kind of transparent, so you have to do a couple of coats. And dry in between your coats really good. I didn't want to bore you with painting 2 coats and let you watch me, so I just went ahead and sped through and did the 2 coats and dried it really well. And here I'm going to take a pencil and I'm just going to sketch off where my field of blue is on my flag and my red stripes. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you see me erasing and drawing back over and kind of getting it semi-straight because I don't want them to be exactly perfect. And then I'm taking red, and I think this is Anita's True Red, I believe it is. Just whatever red color you like. And I'm just painting in my stripes here. I'm trying to stay in the lines, but you know, it's not going to happen. But just do as straight as you can. But like I said, I don't want it to be perfect. This is mixed media, so it doesn't, anything goes pretty much. So I'm just painting my stripes, and I dry that coat, and then you have to go back over it, you know, a couple of times and hit the spots that kind of look a little pink. So, because red can get a little translucent as well. So there, I'm going back over those spots. And I also go back in and touch up over the pencil marks with a little bit of white, and I'll dry that as well. And now we're going to do our blue flowers. This is Ultramarine by Deco Art. And then I'm using navy from Michael's Craft Smart. We're going to use both of those colors together, as well as a little bit of white, to do our flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a round brush, as you see here, and I'm going to get a little bit of both of the colors of blue on my brush. So as you can see there, you can hardly see it, but there's both colors on there. And I'm just going to start and just draw a circle. Not perfect. It's going to be a flower, so we kind of don't want it to be exactly a perfect circle. So I'm just kind of work it in there. I don't want to mix it too much because I still want you to see the different variants of the 2 different blue colors. So I'm just going to do a few here to show you how to do it. And then we're going to come back in and do some white on top of that. So just a messy circle. No rhyme or reason, just make a circle shape. Then you're going to take a little brush, fine brush, and you're going to get some white on that brush, and you're going to go in and just make little swishes all around in the blue while it's still wet. And it mixes a little bit with the blue and kind of does its own thing and creates that shading effect. So it's just abstract flowers. So here I just did 3, and then I went back with the white. You can do it however you want. You can do 1 flower and then do the white, or do several at a time. And now I'm going to just keep on going with my flowers. So I just put both paint brushes in my hand, and I kind of switch back and forth. So I'm going to speed it on up so you don't have to watch me do each individual one, but you just go on and finish the whole field of blue with the flowers. Blue and white, same thing, just keep on going. And it's a lot of fun just to sit there and draw circles and fill the little white parts in. It's just aimlessly, don't think about it, just do it. If you think too much about it, then it'll look too perfect, and you don't want it to look too perfect. We want it to look abstract. So if you want to go over in the red a little bit, you can do that too. Okay, so we're going to dry that, and then we're going to take another round brush, and this color I'm going to use is a green color, and I don't remember what color it was. I think it's fern green maybe, by Folk Art, but use whatever green you like. And I'm using a round brush, and I kind of press the tip of the brush down, and then as I drag away, I pull up, and it makes it have a leaf shape. So I'm just kind of going around adding little leaves in the little blank areas where leaves should be on the sides of the flowers, just here and there, just to break up the blue and the white a little bit. And then I'm going to take, now I'm just kind of smoothing out my globs of paint there. Then I'm going to take a real fine little brush, a detail brush, and I'm going to dip it in the green, and I'm just going to make some little squiggly little lines that come out from the flowers, almost like little vines or, you know, parts of the flower or whatever that would be sticking out. Just gives it a little whimsical look, a little more texture, interest look to the piece. So I'm doing that there, just wherever you think it's needed. Then I'm going to dry that. Now for just a little detail work, I'm just taking a Sharpie, going along the stripes. I know you can't see it here, and I'm just making little lines here and there. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to. Just kind of giving a little extra something. So then I'm going to take my antique wax. And this is where I get nervous. Because, you know, I'm scared I'm going to mess up the whole piece. But it always turns out so good. I don't know why I get nervous every time. But I just wipe it on with a paper towel. And then I wipe some off with a paper towel. But if you want to wipe more off, wipe it off with a baby wipe. But just beware, it will take off some of the red too. So to be sure not to get red into the white area and then it turns pink. So just go in those stripes where the white is with the baby wipe and get some of that off. And then I went over the flowers, did the same thing there, wipe it off. Looks so good, just gives it that vintage rustic feel, and it kind of covers up some of your imperfections to where it doesn't look perfect, but it doesn't look like it needs to be perfect. Okay, so now we're going to put on our USA, which this is a template that is in my free group on Facebook, the Turquoise Valentine's Crafters Reveal. This template is there free for you to download. I cut the US shape out, but I also did another craft with this on Facebook. I will link that down below in the comments. I used the out cut of this for another craft, and this is the piece I cut out. So we're kind of doing the reverse. So I'm taking the piece that I tore up book pages and music and stuff and Mod Podged them to 2 pieces of paper. And then I cut out this USA shape. That's how I got this. So I'm putting Mod Podge all over the back. And I will link my group down below too if you want to join my crafters group. It's totally free. So it's a community. And then I Mod Podge that right onto my surface, right in the center. And like I said, I did a similar project about a week ago on my Facebook page, but I used the outside that I had cut out and did the flag on the inside. So it's the complete opposite of this project. So here I'm just using my typewriter rubber stamps and my stamp pad, and I used some of the edge of that paper, music paper I have, and I stamped "In God We Trust" on it, and on some, just kind of tore the edges. And now I'm just kind of placing it to see where I want to put it. You can write anything you want to in the center. You can hand letter if you want to. I don't have good handwriting, so I have to stamp everything. So I'm just Mod Podging it right onto that. Giving it a good cut over the top. Just like that. And we're going to call this done. And I love this piece. The other piece is very pretty too. If you want to check out my Facebook page, the Turquoise Valentine on Facebook. Thanks for watching.